Hi guys, this is Spear Wolf here, and get ready for another ZvT, first person VOD. Made a couple of mistakes in this game as well, but I'm doing the same build as last time. It is the 2-hatch Muta build, and I found a little way to make it a little bit better. Mondragon appears, sometimes he gets his gas first, sometimes he gets his spawning pool first, and I find that I feel much more comfortable getting the spawning pool first because you get your Zerglings out earlier, and you can get your protect against cheeses a lot more easily. Because if you get a 11 extractor, 10 pool, an 8 racks bunker rush will kill you right there. So right now, just the same build. You do 12 hatch expand, 11 pool, and 10 gas, and then you go drones. So it's pretty much the same thing. I did get my gas a little late, I think, in this game. I'm not sure, because I accidentally made a drone first. I don't know if it was this game, but whatever. So anyways, this build is even strong against far positions, and in this game the opponent of mine was in a far position, so even though he was far away, it's just the timings and everything still work pretty well. Definitely it's a lot better. This build is a lot better on smaller ramps, maybe 2-player maps such as Blue Storm. Smaller ramps, what am I talking about? Smaller rush distances, actually. So I really like this build. I've been using it a lot, and it really allows you to just pressure the Terran hardcore, and then follow up with some Mutalisk attack. And yeah, so I don't know, I think you guys have tried it out, so if you guys have tried it out, you can possibly post a video response of you guys doing it. If you got any suggestions, you could tell me, and I'll see, because I know I'm still doing this build wrong, because this isn't a build that I made, or it's not a build that I've completely been familiarized with. So definitely, if you got a suggestion, just tell me, and it's great to know if you guys have been trying it, because these builds are pretty cool. Definitely not the standard builds that you usually see, but great builds in general. So hope you've been trying out the other builds at least. But yeah, so basically at this point you just get those 8 Zerglings out, maybe 10 if you wanted to, and you get your speed first and lair. The speed first really allows you to do a lot of harassing. In this game you'll see me doing some Zergling harass, just because bunkers can't move. Lots of Terrans, when they see this build, they will block their ramp. So this is a better build when there is no ramp, just like the 9 overpool that I showed today as well. But you can still do damage, because they usually place their bunker in front of the ramp, right? It's common sense. But since they place it in front of the ramp, you can just run out behind, do some damage to the SCVs in the command center line, and yeah. So this build is definitely better on certain maps like Blue Storm, but it doesn't mean you can't use it. It's a great build. I did make a lot of micro errors in this game, but I did do some damage with these Zerglings, and yeah, there's another thing you can do, is you can also save your Zerglings, or continue making Zerglings while you're getting your spire, and that way you'll be able to take out turrets while you're doing Mutalisk harass. So his command center finishes right before, but he only has 4 Marines right here, but he does have the bunker there, so he's just gonna run back and forth while getting a few free shots on me. But I do believe I took out quite a few SCVs. There was a point in time where I stopped looking, so that's 1 SCV right there. I don't know how many more I took out, but I had to macro. My spire accidentally didn't finish, or didn't start, so it was 5 seconds late, but it doesn't matter too much. And yeah, it just does a little bit of damage, puts them in pressure, makes them just makes them feel uncomfortable, because you just pressure them a little bit and force them to defend. So at this point it's all about just getting yourself in the other person's shoes, as I've said for so many times, just because that's just it's I don't know what to say, but at this point I've still been getting my 3rd hatchery a little bit later. later today I did get my third hatchery a little bit faster, but right now I've been having pretty kind of bad macro problems with this build just because my third hatch is kind of late. But yeah, once you just use this build a couple more times, you'll definitely learn all the timings. So I'm still watching these replays, still testing it out by myself on iCup. So that's just how it's been going. And really, with these Zerglings, you can just deny scouting as well. So very useful build. When you're denying scouting, the Terran just doesn't know what to do. They're just gonna have to play safe. You're gonna have to defend, and you're not really gonna be able to do much else. Yeah, so right before your mutas get out, you should probably get your overlords in a kind of cool position at the very opposite ends of the map, just so you can mutalize micro a little bit more. Yeah, I'm sending out that drone to expand. I should have sent it out a little bit earlier. Sometimes I just expand inside my own base. It really depends. When you expand, make sure it's better to expand on a expansion with a ramp, such as a main, because then you can just put 2 lurkers there and on the ramp, and then it's impossible for them to break up without siege tanks or science vessels. It's just gonna be really hard for them to break up. So yeah, just doing a little bit of damage with my first mutas and continuing to pump mutas. Yeah. So really, I find that a lot of Terrans are very weak. At the time your mutas come, they only have about 10 Marines or so, maybe even less. And basically, sometimes they're stronger if they're a stronger player. Obviously, they have more Marines. But you can see this Terran player actually kind of teched kind of fast. So he did have even less Marines than usual. But he did have an engineering bay up, but he just didn't have the timing down for the turrets. So I was able to do a lot of damage just because he didn't have his turrets up. I don't know if he was expecting a 2-hatch muta build, but probably not, because he didn't have any defense at all. So just doing a little bit of harassing here. And you can see I'm not microing that well, but just as long as you can micro a little bit, it's just you don't even have to have great micro. Just do so much damage just because they won't have enough defense. So yeah, I did forget a few overlords while I was microing, but look at his marine crown. It's teeny. I don't know if this guy sucked or what, or maybe he just made an error. But it's pretty easy, and most of the games I've been playing are just exactly like this, where they have no units, no defense. So try this build out. It's a very nice build, and I like it a lot. So try it out.